equations of motion. Okay, so this is another concept that is part C of your chapter. Okay, right? So we will do the equations of motion, and there will be many numericals to be solved on this. So we will do that next time, next week. Okay, so let's start. The learning objectives, equations of motion, and how to prove the equation of motion using a graphical representation. Okay, that is what we are going to do. Now here, look at the three equations of motion. First one, V equal to U plus AT. Second one, S
What
equal
is
to...
AT?
I will tell you. Second one, S equal to UT plus half AT square. And the third one, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Now, I'm going to tell you each and everything. V is final velocity. U is initial velocity. A stands for acceleration. T stands for time. Okay. Yashraj, please mute your mic. T stands for time. Okay. And S, children, S stands for distance or displacement. You will not use the word alphabet D. Do not use D. S is always used either displacement, or for distance we use S. For speed or velocity, any one, we will use V. Okay. So remember all these symbols, very important, right? So these are the three equations of motion. Just like U is initial velocity. I told you U is initial velocity. Now, just like you use your formula, A is acceleration, T is time. Just now I said, Toshit, A is acceleration, A multiplied by T. AT means acceleration multiplied by time. Okay. Now, just like you use your formulas, you're going to use these equations of motion. But first, let us see how to derive. Okay. I will show you the derivations. The derivation is there in the book. So, using a graph, we are going to derive. Now, first, let's understand what the graph says. Now you can see a graph on the right hand side. Okay, it's a velocity time graph, right? Look at the velocity time graph. Now here you can see that the graph is starting from here. The velocity graph is starting from here. Now let me tell you what does this mean. Okay, nobody will interrupt. Just let me explain, then you ask me. Now this means that, let us say I'm sitting in a school bus. The school bus has started from Euro School, okay, and now I have to note the velocity. The bus is already moving. The bus started from 0 velocity, it is already moving. Now when it goes out of the gate, it has got some velocity. I start my stopwatch, okay, so I see what is the velocity when it is moving out of the gate. So let us say the velocity is 20, let us say 20 meter per second. Okay, let's say a simple example, 20 meter per second, and then slowly the driver is increasing the speed. I am noting the speed, okay, till it reaches, let us say, Bishop School. Till there I am noting the speed and the time. So in 5 seconds, I noted that the velocity from 10 increased to 20, 30, 40 and so on. And then when it reached a particular value, say 50 meter per second, I switched off the time. Okay, so in 5 seconds, I saw that there was an increase in velocity, okay, from 10 meter per second to 50 meter per second, something like this, right? Nobody will scribble on the screen. Okay, so this is the graph. Okay, why it is not starting from 0? Because when I started noting, there was already some speed in the bus. The bus was already having some kind of speed, right? So this is a graph. Now this is a velocity time graph. Now very important, you have to note the things. OC and BD, they are equal. If you see, this is a rectangle. Now BD stands for final velocity of the bus. See, when I stopped the stopwatch, what was the velocity? So let us say the velocity was 50, right? So this length of BD will be 50. Final velocity of the bus, 50. This length of BD will be 50. OA stands for initial velocity. When I started noting down, okay, the velocity was not 0, but the velocity was, let us say, 10. Okay, so the initial velocity is OA. OA stands for initial velocity, and that is 10. Okay, so this is the initial velocity of the bus, OA. And this is the time period. What is the time period? OD. OD is the time period. This OD is the time period. Okay, that is 5 seconds or whatever. So I have already written, read carefully. Consider the linear motion of a body which is accelerating uniformly. So initial velocity, see the symbol Please don't forget now, initial velocity u is OA. This OA is the initial velocity. Okay. Final velocity, this OA is initial final velocity, is OC or BD. BD and OC are equal. And time taken for this to note the change in velocity is T. Okay. So this part has to be there for all the equations. Now let us derive the first equation of motion. So the first equation of motion is to prove that V equal to U plus AT. Now how am I going to prove V equal to U plus AT? Now if you see, initial, again I have written the same thing, initial velocity OA, final velocity OC, and time taken is OD. Now I have to find acceleration. Now you all know how to find acceleration. This is the graph. Okay. So to find the acceleration, yeah, I have to take the slope. Very good. So the slope of the graph is BE. This is BE. Okay, divided by AE, right? BE divided by AE. I take this part. So BE, this line BE divided by this line AE. Now this BE is equal to AC. BE and AC are equal. So BE equal to AC. Okay, and AE equal to OD, because they are two sides of the rectangle. AC and OD are equal. Okay, so I can see that this AE and OD are equal. Okay, so BE is equal to AC. Okay, right, and AE equal to OD. AE, see, AE is this side of the rectangle and this is OD. So AE equal to OD. So I have replaced that. Now if you look at AC, look at AC, then you will write AC equal to OC. See here, OC. I take this whole OC minus OA. OC, from OC, if I subtract OA, I will get AC. Again, see here, OC is this whole line. From this, I subtract OA, this lower part, then I will get AC, right? So that is what I have done. OC minus OA upon OD. But look up, what is OC? OC is V. So I write V. OA is U. So I write V minus U, and OD is T. Look at all the things. So OC is V, and OA is U, and OD is T. So in short, I get the formula A equal to V minus U upon T, right? And if I take T on the other side, okay, if I take T on this side, I will get V. If I take T on the other side, I will get V minus U equal to AT, okay? And then that equation, you just take U, transpose it, so V equal to U plus AT, okay? So this is a very simple, the first equation is very simple according to the graph. Again, I will explain, okay? We all know that initial velocity is OA, final velocity, initial velocity is OA, this OA is the initial velocity, final velocity is this BD, this line BD or OC, this is the final velocity. Now you just have to say acceleration. You all know from velocity time graph, since yesterday we are doing, you have to find the slope. So slope is BE, okay, whatever this BE upon AD. So the slope is BE upon AD, right? So BE is equal to AC, and we have got OD down, okay? But how do I find AC? AC is nothing but whole OC minus, AC is nothing but whole OC minus OA, okay? And upon OD, but we have already specified what is OC. OC is V, okay? OA is U and OD is T. So in short, acceleration equal to V minus U upon T. So then you take T on the other side, V minus U equal to AT, and then you take U on the other side, V equal to U plus AT. So very simple. It's already given in the book, okay? This is the first equation of motion. So we have derived using the graph, the first equation of motion, right? Now, after this, we have the second equation of motion, which we have to derive. So let's go to the second equation of motion. S equal to ut plus half AT square. Okay. Now, how do I derive this equation? Again, the graph remains the same, children. Graph remains the same, and you have got initial velocity OA, final velocity OC, and time taken is OD. Now, I have to, now there is distance S. So I will start with S. Distance is equal to area below the graph. Now we are going to see area below the graph. You all know distance is area below the graph. Which is the graph? The red line. This red line is the graph. Now, if you look at the area below the graph, I can see one triangle and one rectangle. Can you see? It has been divided. Yes, it is divided as a triangle and a rectangle.
It's a trapezium.
Yeah, it is a trapezium also, Aditya. Yes, it is a trapezium. But remember, for the second equation, we are not going to find the area of trapezium because everything has a specified set of steps. Now, when you have to prove the second equation of motion, you have to divide it into a triangle and a rectangle. Then only you will be able to prove the second equation. Okay, so that is what I am going to do. I have divided it into a rectangle, this rectangle and this triangle, and then we will add the area of both. Okay, so see here, distance traveled, area below the graph. So area of the rectangle AEOD plus area of triangle AEB. Okay, clear? I'm going to add both these areas. Now area of rectangle, if you see, length, breadth into length into breadth. Okay, so OA into OD, OA is the breadth and OD is the length. Okay, and if you see area of triangle, half base into height. Base of the triangle is AE, height of the triangle is BE. Okay, so half base into height. Okay, now this is very important. I have to relate it always to VU and T. Remember that. So I'm trying my best to relate it to VU and T. So now I come down. Okay, but that is what is BE. So BE is nothing but BD minus ED. Okay, full BD minus ED, but we all know that BD is equal to OC, okay, right? And ED is equal to OA, right? So this BD, see, can you see this BD? This full BD and OC is the same, and ED and OA is the same. OA and ED are the same. So BD minus ED. So instead of BD, I will write OC. Instead of ED, I will write OA. And we all know, look up, OC is nothing but V. And OA is nothing but U, initial velocity. So I got BE equal to V minus U. Okay. Now, BE is equal to V minus U, but we have already proved in the previous example that V equal to U plus AT. So V minus U is equal to AT. That we already know. So we are going to say that BE equal to V minus U, that is equal to AT. So what value are you going to take for BE? You have to take the value 80. For this BE, we have to take the value 80. Okay, how did I get the 80? Here I have done again. Again, I will tell you. S, distance traveled, area below the graph. Take the area below the graph, divide it into two parts, rectangle plus triangle. So I divided into two parts, area of rectangle plus area of triangle. Now, the area of rectangle, I will put it as length into breadth. And area of triangle, I will put it as half base into height, right? Now, I got length into breadth, fine. But now I'm going to substitute the value for BE. So how do I substitute value for BE? BD minus ED, right? But BD corresponds to OC because it is the same side of the, both, they are the opposite sides of the rectangle. So BD and OC are same. So instead of BD, I can write OC, and instead of ED, I can write OA. Why do I do this OC and OA? Because they are giving me those important variables V and U. So then I say BD equal to V minus U. But I have already proved in the previous equation V minus U equal to 80. So I will put 80 over there, right? So V minus U equal to 80. Now the next thing was B. I have got the value of B. Now this AE. What do I do with it? Yeah. What do I do with AE, right? So what do I do with AE? So AE is equal to OD. Look at AE. This is AE. That is equal to OD. That is the lower part. And OD is nothing but time. Okay. So I have already written time is OD. So now what do? I replace everything. So instead of now S, again I come to this equation. S equal to OF into OD. So S equal to U, OA is U, OD is T plus half. Okay, instead of AE, what do I write? T. Okay, sorry, instead of BE, I write, no, instead of AE, I write T, and instead of BE, I will write 80 because I have proved that BE equal to 80. right? So S is equal to U multiplied by T is UT plus half A into T, so AT square. So I got the equation S equal to UT plus half AT square.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you follow?
Ma'am,
Huh.
ma'am, I didn't understand. How did you get 80?
AT. Okay.
80.
80. This part, no? This part, 80. This you didn't understand? 80?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, now see here. Did you understand this BE equal to BD minus ED? Okay,
Yes.
Now BD corresponds to OC and this corresponds to OA. So I said that B equal to V minus U. Okay. Now look at the previous equation. I don't have a blackboard, otherwise V equal to U plus 80, right? So if I take U on this side, that means V minus U will be equal to 80. Are you understanding, Gunit? Okay, V
Yes.
minus U will be equal to 80. So when I say that VE equal to V minus U, because I have already proved that equation V equal to U plus 80. So when I take U on the left hand side, I will get V minus U equal to 80. So instead of VE, I will put 80. Okay, right?
Okay, ma'am.
Go through it in your this thing book. You will get it. Okay. So instead of that, I will put 80, right? And then so here in the equation S, distance traveled, area below the graph, S equal to U T, OA is U, OD is T, okay, and then multiplied by half T is the time into 80. So I got the equation S equal to UT plus half 80 square. So this is the second equation of motion. Now third equation of motion, simple but little bit twisted. Just see the derivation. Okay, third equation, which is the third equation of motion. B square equal to U square plus 2AS. Okay. So again, same graph. You have to always refer to the same graph. Learn the graph. All the points also please see that you put it as it is. Okay. Now initial velocity OA, final velocity OC or BD, and time taken is OD. Now again in this equation you have got S. Because we have got S, we are going to start with S. S is distance traveled, area below the graph. Which graph? The red color line. That is the graph. Okay. So S is area below that graph. Now this time for the third equation, like Aditya was saying previously, this time I'm not going to divide it into a triangle and a rectangle, but I'm going to take the entire area of the trapezium. Okay, for the third equation.
Ma'am, but why can't we divide?
But
Why can't we divide?
I'm telling you, we can't divide because each and every derivation has a different way to go about it. For the second equation, when I had to derive, I have to divide it because I was trying to prove something else. And here, I'm trying to prove an entirely different concept. So I have to use the full area. Okay, do not divide it, right? So,
Okay, ma'am.
fine. So we will use the full area. Just remember that. For the second equation, divide it. For the third equation, do not divide. So we are going to take area of trapezium. Now, area of trapezium, you all are maths children, half into sum of parallel sides. Now look at this trapezium. Which are the parallel sides? The parallel sides are here. OA is the first parallel side and BD is the second parallel side. Okay. So you can see the two parallel sides, OA and BD, right? So half OA plus BD and the perpendicular distance between them is OD, right? So we all know what is OA. OA is U, BD is V. You can just look up, BD is V and the OD is the time. So we have got all the, so we got this. Now, my problem is that when I'm trying to prove it, there is no time. You do not have time. What are we trying to prove? V square equal to U square plus 2AS. There is no T. T is not there in this equation. So my job is to remove this T. I have to remove T from here. So what I will do? I will use this formula of acceleration. Okay, I have given you the formula in the first session itself. Acceleration equal to V minus U upon T, right? So I take T on the left hand side. So T equal to V minus U upon A. So I've got the formula of T, V minus U upon A. What do I do? Here, over here, instead of this T, I will put this formula V minus U upon A. Why am I doing it? Because what I have got to prove does not have the symbol t. It does not have this quantity t. We are proving v square equal to u square plus 2as. So I have to just remove t. So when I got OD, I took area of trapezium. Okay, area of trapezium is equal to half into sum of parallel sides into perpendicular distance. OA plus BD. I know what is OA. OA is U. I know what is BD. BD is V. Okay, and then time, OD is time. So I remove time. I use the formula A equal to V minus U upon T, and I put the value of time over there. Now substitute over here. So S equal to half U plus V. Okay, and instead of time, I wrote V minus U upon A. Right? Now what I'll do, this 2 and A, I will take on the other side. So 2AS, okay, is equal to, now U plus V, I write it as V plus U. What do? U plus V, I'm writing it as V plus U. 5 plus 3 and 3 plus 5 is the same. So I write it as V plus U.
Because
and this I write it
because
as
we want V in square.
Yes, very good, Toshit. So I write this as V minus U. So this becomes that algebraic equation, V plus U into V minus U. Okay, so this becomes V square minus U square. As per your algebraic equation, V plus U into V minus U is V square minus U square. So I get it as V square minus U square. So 2AS is equal to V square minus A square. Now what I will do, just take that U square on the left hand side. So V square equal to U square plus 2AS. Did you get that equation that we are trying to prove? Yes,
Yes,
U square
ma'am.
equal to U square plus
ma'am.
2AS.
Ma'am, I didn't understand the last part.
Yeah, again I'll explain, don't worry. Okay, you understood till here area of trapezium, right? You understood this part, area of trapezium equal to half OD plus this.
Yes,
This part is understood, right? Now
Yes.
you know that OA is U, BD is V, and OD is time. Now I do not require time. I do not require time because what I'm trying to prove doesn't have time. So I will replace it. How do I replace it? I use the formula acceleration equal to V minus U upon T. So T equal to V minus U upon A. Right? Now instead of T, I will put V minus U upon A. So I put this, okay, S equal to
Yes,
half U plus V into V minus U upon A. Now this 2 and A, it is in the denominator. 2A is in the, 2 multiplied by A becomes 2A. It is in the denominator. Take it on the left hand side.
Yes.
So I took it on the left hand side. It has become 2AS. Okay.
Yes.
Now what remains? U plus V into V minus U. But what do I do? Instead of U plus V, I change it to V plus U. It's one and the same, right? So as Toshit said that we want that algebraic equation. So that is why I have changed it to V plus U. So U plus V has become V plus U and this has become V minus U. Okay. So now 2AS equal to square minus U square, because this is the algebraic identity V plus U, V minus U. So therefore V square equal to, now U square you take on the left hand side. So V square equal to U square plus 2A square. 2A.
Okay.
Understood? So these are the three equations. Now what I wanted to do is by heart the equations. You need to by heart. Now this though, when you are asked to prove, that time you if there is a question asked, then you have to prove. But when you have to solve the formulas, when you have to solve the numericals, okay, you will have to by heart, you will have to use the equation, just like you have by hearted the equation A plus B the whole square equal to A square plus 2AB plus B square, right? So directly you start using it when you are solving the numericals. Same way over here, you will have to learn these equations, okay? These three equations should be at the tip of your tongue, right? So that whenever the numerical is asked, okay, you have to think now, which equation of motion do I apply? The first one, the second one, the third one. You will think and then you will apply the appropriate equation of motion, right? So that is why I want you to learn the three equations, okay? You should know the three equations perfectly so that you can use it. So this is followed the derivation, right?
Ma'am.
Okay. Now,
Yes, ma'am.
so this,
ma'am.
this was what I wanted to do. Now, yesterday we were doing that graphical representation of motion. So one last example I had started, and then example
Yes,
number
ma'am.
9, okay? And then
Yes, ma'am.
and then we went off. So I will just show you that example, okay? So this was a question which I had asked you to do for homework. This one. I will forward this sheet to you on the group today. Okay. Those who have not done will please refer to it and do it. Okay. And these are the questions that we have solved. Please write it down somewhere so that you understand. This one I wanted to solve the 9th one. Okay. Now this is little, it is not difficult at all. Okay. There is a graph that is given, right? Velocity time graph. First question was, how do you calculate the distance? So the simple answer is find the area below the graph. So you can see the answer that I have written. You have to find the area below the graph. Now the second question, BC and AB. Okay, compare the distance traveled in the part BC and AB. Now if you look at the part BC, if you have to compare the distance, this is a rectangle. Okay, so you have to find the area of this rectangle. Now how will you find the area of the rectangle? Length into breadth. Now if I look at the length, B is corresponding to VO, right? So it is corresponding to VO, so the length is VO, right? This length is VO, and the breadth is 2t minus t, right? So that is what I have done. 2t minus t I have taken as length, and VO I have taken as breadth. So VO into 2t minus t. We all know 2t minus 1t is t, right? So the distance traveled in BC is V0t. V0t is the distance traveled, okay, in part BC. Now I have to see the distance traveled. Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yes, ask.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could you explain? Ma'am, could you explain again, because of network issue I went out.
Okay. So this distance traveled is area below the graph, that is area below BC, because I want to find the distance traveled in the area BC. So you just take the area of this rectangle. Area of the rectangle, you will take length into breadth. Okay, now the length has been taken as this 2t minus t. This is the length. 2t minus t is t, and the breadth is taken as this. So this is V0. So V0t is the distance traveled area. Now you have to compare it with the part AB. So let us see the part AB. Part AB is a triangle, this triangle. So this triangle half base into height. Okay. So it is the area of triangle A, B and T. Here there is T. So half base into height, right? What is the base? So T minus 0. T minus 0 is T. Okay. And the height is V0. V0 is the height. Okay. So the distance traveled in part AB is half V0T. And how do you compare? The distance traveled in BC is V0T. Please mute your mic. Mute your mic. Please. So the distance traveled in BC is V0T, and the distance traveled in AB is half of V0T. So the ratio is 2:1. BC the distance is double, and AB the distance is only, it is half, right? BC it is V0T, and in AB it is half V0T. So the ratio is 2:1. Simple. Okay, now what is the third question? Very nice question. Which part of the graph shows motion with uniform velocity? Okay, so very simple. Which part of the graph shows motion with uniform velocity? BC.
BC.
Okay, because it's a straight line. Acceleration, very simple. AB. And retardation,
CD.
So simple. It's so interesting, and it is so simple to understand. Okay, so I hope you are clear. I have done many numericals of graphs. What was the important? Okay,
Yes,
the fourth point was also there. What was the fourth point? Something was there. Which part of the graph shows motion? Okay, what is the fourth thing? You have to find what is the retardation and acceleration. So in acceleration, you will find the slope of AB. Okay, and in retardation, you will find the slope of CD. Okay, so slope of AB. Slope of AB. So you just go left hand side. V0 minus 0. Okay, and here down T minus 0. Right. So the slope of AB is given as V0 upon T. Similarly, slope of CD will be V0 divided by, you just see the time, 2.5t minus 2t. How do I get it? See here. Slope of CD. Look at CD. V0 minus 0. This is the 0.0. And see the time interval. 2.5t minus 2t. 2.5 minus 2 is 0.5t.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that will be the retardation. Okay.